It's the Los Angeles Chargers taking on the Kansas City Chiefs.
We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 or the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. As we get a look at a guy who grew up in Florida, played his college ball, of course, in Louisville. It's the electric Lamar Jackson.
We both know it's a league where they seemingly throw the ball just about every play. But watching him perform last week where he threw 3 touchdown passes still caught my eye in a big way.
Still kind of the gold standard, 3 touchdown passes, isn't it? And for his efforts last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I can't wait to see what he does this week.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago: 19 carries, 87 yards.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play, and I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams, because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Jackson from the shotgun. And he comes back with one complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So here are the Chiefs now as they get set for their opening drive. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Throwing to start the drive. Otto. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
A give to Montgomery out of the gun. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
Back to Montgomery on second down. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big gain that time for the Chargers. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now it's Jackson. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there. With touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first quarter lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They run, Montgomery. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Off play action. Otto. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Call it a loss of 5. A big sack to bring up 3rd down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes and throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. L.A. readies for its next possession. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, and he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
For these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So just shy of midfield. They tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball away. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation, it doesn't.
First half.
I don't know that there's any risk. I mean, what's the reward for your risk here? I would not have done that. My only explanation is this coach.
He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Now the LA offense ready for this next possession.
And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw.
And that'll be complete to the running back, Gibson.
And he will finally go out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play there for L.A.
And that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. Jackson on 1st down. Into double coverage. charge, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Back to throw. Otto. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. From the gun, Otto. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Operating from the gun, Otto. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up fourth.
Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
And the Chargers offense back out and ready to go.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Jackson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Chiefs are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On second down now, it's Montgomery, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. On 1st and 10, Otto.
He'll get this underneath to Montgomery.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He finds his man, complete. That's Chambers. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the first half. All knotted up at 7. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's caught by Montgomery. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll look to throw again. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. David Montgomery with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Touchdown. That's caught. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. PAT up and good by Rosas. And we are tied here in the second quarter. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. Throwing on first down. Otto. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, Otto. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
Looking to throw on second down. Otto. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
On third down, they go Montgomery. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Here's the Chiefs punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. It's Jackson. He's got his man on the crossing route. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
That went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Rosa's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
So we've hit halftime. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And the half will begin with a touchback. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. To throw on 2nd down. Otto. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first down, Otto. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Right back to Waller. He's got it this time. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st and 10, Otto. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Otto and Waller taking it in over the middle. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moved.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll make it a second down. Back to throw again. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 15-yard line. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Otto. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until the receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Chargers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And again this time to the tailback. Able to break the tackle, but then quickly brought down just outside of the 5. Throwing is Jackson. Throw there going to be incomplete.
The 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Backed up where they were on this side of the field. That was a gutsy call.
A gutsy call that never should have happened. Not so much them going for it. That's their decision. But where's the defensive front? Where's the leverage? Where's the low man wins? Where's getting into the offensive backfield and spilling the play? How did they permit them to pick up a first down in that situation?
And a tackle there by C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. Here's Jackson. And the Chiefs are going to get him. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there for KC. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with the defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's
and in for the Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bush. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
A 4th and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down 1 score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Jackson will throw again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
2nd and 10.
Jackson now. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And they'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory.
61 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he gets it down to the 32.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. One final kneel down here, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half, the adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it's